So, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. This is one of my top 5 favorite movies. The movie follows this guy named Charlie in his freshman year of high school. And Charlie's a unique kind of guy. Like, he's been through a couple things on his own and doesn't make friends very easily. Now, growing up, my family moved around a lot, so I definitely couldn't relate to Charlie as far as, like, being the new guy and no friends and, like, you know, bringing a book to lunch with you because you don't have anybody to talk to. And when I first saw this movie in 2013, it kind of felt like all the stars were, like, aligned. Like, I definitely had to see this movie right when I saw it. Like, it was a turning point in my life. Like, this sounds intense, but for more reasons than one, I was definitely, like, feeling alone when I saw this movie. And it just definitely just picked me up off the floor. But anyway, a couple reasons this movie is on my top 5. It's just the music's awesome. The main song of this movie is David Bowie's Heroes, and it's just like, it's perfect. The way, like, they put it into the movie through the tunnel, and, like, it's just awesome. You definitely have to check it out if you haven't already. But anyway, in a more difficult sense, the movie opens up a window that showcases, like, how hard it is to make friends. And then once you make these friends, like, the amount of loyalty that goes within it, even if you're in a situation that you're not 100% comfortable with. And it just shows, like, you know, it just kind of, like, reminds you, like, how important all that stuff felt at the moment. And then I feel like as adults, we're kind of consumed with our me's that we kind of forget, like, what it feels like to be a kid again and to deal with all those things. Like, I personally don't have kids right now, but I'm hoping that in the near future, like, when I have teenagers, that I do remember how it feels, that all this stuff that they're going through feels so much more important to them. And I do hope that I remember that. And I feel like that's something that I've learned from this movie. Now, besides Charlie, who's the main character, I also can relate to a lot of the other characters. Like, for instance, Patrick. Patrick doesn't take anything seriously, but deep down inside, he's dealing with a massive amount of stuff. But he's always, like, joking around about it, like, oh, everything's fine. And then there's Sam, who's this free spirit, but because of some decisions she's made in the past, she's still being judged by it and feels, like, kind of boxed into a situation. And then Mary Elizabeth, she's kind of my favorite. She's one of my other favorites because, like, she's very bossy and, like, demanding and just, like, you know, all girl power this. But she's actually quite sensitive, and I feel like sometimes I tend to be like that a lot. And then, of course, there's Charlie's older sister, and then me being the oldest. Like, you know, you have to look out for your little brother or sister. If anything happens to them, your parents come down on you. So I can totally relate to her on that. This movie inspires me because it makes me want to be the best me I can be every day. And it just makes you, like, you know, want to root for the underdog. And it just makes you, you know, want to say hello to everybody because you never know when that hello is, you know, needed by another person. So it just gives me hope, and it just makes me feel, you know, that there still are, like, a ton of good people out in the world, even when you're dealing with, like, the most craziest things, you know. It just makes me always want to be my best me. And that's why I would have loved to be a perk. Been in the perks of being a wallflower. Like, I would love to have been a character there. Like, I would have been the coolest kid ever, you know. But I look forward to hearing your discussion board stuff too, guys. So just, like, you know, let's get this all done together. All right.